Hello. I hope all of you are having a good day. And my name is Nandini Sangwan, and my mentor was Courtney Rivet Noor, and my project focuses on how we can reframe the perspective on depression in young adults. So, first of all, I'm from New Delhi. I'm Indian, and some of my hobbies include reading books, languages, and paintings. I'm currently studying as a freshman in Denison University, and I'm studying neuroscience and psychology. So, from this presentation, I am aiming to review the causes and treatments of depression that we currently know of, address how depression is perceived and can possibly influence young adults in different ways, spread findings to students and their parents, and take any questions, feedbacks, or concerns the audience may have for me. So, first of all, I think it's important that we understand what depression is all about. Depression can be characterized as a mental health disorder which affects millions of people around the world, and especially young adults. And it can manifest through a different range of symptoms, and most of the people in the world experience a variety of these symptoms. Some of them include sadness, loss of interest, fatigue, and also long periods of sadness. So it's important that we recognize these signs, and as soon as we recognize these signs, we ask for help from our family, friends, and also outside help and intervention if needed. There are many causes of depression, and most of them include biological, psychological, and environmental factors, genetics, brain chemistry, life experiences, and even heredity can all influence this. While various treatments for this condition exist, it's quite impossible to determine which treatment works for most people. As for some young adults, therapy, medication works the best, while for other people, different treatments like deep brain stimulation and cognitive behavioral therapy work. There are still many individuals who are struggling to find relief from this condition. And of course, we require more research in order to fully understand depression and improve treatment outcomes. So, the impact on young adults is quite significant, as almost the prevalence of major depression between high income and low income varies a lot. And depression approximately affects 280 million people globally today. Adolescents are particularly vulnerable to this, with about 40% of them experiencing their first bout of depression before the age of 20. Major depressive disorder, or MDD, is one of the most common forms of depression in adolescents, and it impacts around 8.3% of individuals at any point of time. Girls are twice as likely as boys to develop MDD. And it's important that people around young adults support them along their journey as they face different pressures from society, isolation, stress, which all makes it imperative to address these mental health needs effectively. So, over the years, we have made many advancements in treatments in treating depression, and various types of depression can affect teens, including major depressive disorder, dysrhythmic disorder, and bipolar disorder. So, major depressive disorder is characterized by persistent feelings of sadness or lack of pleasure And while dysrhythmic disorder involves a prolonged emotional sadness and emotional disturbances. Bipolar disorder causes extreme mood swings between mania and depression, affecting adolescents' daily functioning. It's also important that we increase the awareness of depression among young adults because sometimes they may just put it off as fatigue or having extreme levels of stress, but it's mainly because of these mental health issues. And we can improve this by educating people about this early on, having open conversations with them, and media representations, as all of these are essential in helping fostering empathy and understanding towards individuals. So, current treatments for depression, particularly in adolescents who face challenges in terms of low treatment rates and lack of successful outcomes. Psychotherapy is one of the most common treatments, and having coping skills training has shown that efficacy in adolescents with major depressive disorder is particularly helpful. However, there are limited studies on medication effectiveness, and in some cases, it has shown potential benefits, particularly with selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, which are also known as SSRIs, in treating major depressive disorder in adolescents. Pharmacotherapy is another treatment for depression which traditionally targets monoaminogenic neurotransmitters in the brain, but newer antidepressants focus on different brain systems so that they can target the mood systems directly. Antidepressant mechanisms often involve complex pathways that lead to therapeutic benefits for some individuals, but more research is needed in order to fully understand how different people are affected by these. Then we also have cognitive behavioral therapy, which is also known as CBD. It's a well established therapy in the world of depression and is one of the most common treatments that is given to adolescents. It has shown promising increase in achieving remission and recovery. However, some challenges are still uh, present in optimizing the treatment outcomes. So it's important that support systems are there for people that we love and from friends, families, and professionals so that recovery can happen at a faster rate. And of course, there are many barriers to treatments, and mainly most of these can be due to society pressures. So, for future directions, are many integrative approaches that combine therapy, medication, and lifestyle changes are said to improve depression in individuals, and it's a unique experience for each individual, and it's can't be characterized as a not a one size fits all condition. It's treatable in most cases, but there are instances where current treatments may not be effective. The various therapies that I discussed throughout my presentation, such as cognitive behavioral therapy, pharmacotherapy, and psychotherapy are all available and continue to be developed for adolescents as well as adults. Continued research is important and it's necessary so that we can improve treatment outcomes as well as address social biases and misconceptions surrounding depression.